Hi everybody, how are you doing? First of all, I'd like to wish the people in Texas well that are going through this hurricane. There'll be some damage. Unfortunately, there's some flooding, but it's going to be a heavy-duty hurricane year, is what I just heard. So it's not just Texas. I'm feeling even in spots that hadn't had hurricanes are going to get hit this year. So fasten your seatbelts like we need anything else. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I got a little bit of a black eye here because me and Jack hit at the same time. He always wants mama's love. And I went down to, snuggle with him. Of course, he's probably more damaged than me because I got a big ass head. Anyway, so hurricanes, yes, big time hurricanes, even all the way up through New York. Down in the Gulf again. Florida's just really, I've been feeling bad for Florida for some time. It's like its whole geography is being changed. So, okay, and then John Lewis, they're having him in state today. But, he's not there. He's doing good. So I probably do 2 videos because I have a list of questions, but I also want to say thank you. I got my Ruth Bader Ginsburg mask. Thank you. It's very pretty. Look at the pink inside. I got another mask from a fan with butterflies. That's very pretty. I got a book called The Wisdom of Elephants. Very nice. Very nice. I love elephants, as you know. Very nice. I also heard from Lilia Falgater. She wrote this book, The Most Important Letter You Will Ever Write. So I'm going to dig into that before it's too late. How to tell a loved one how you feel before it's too late. Well, my parents are dead now, so... but I write them in my head. And Helene Cardona, she did Dreaming My Animal Selves. So that was cool. I also got some from Debbie Price. I'm going to try it out. It's some sort of color sheet for your nails. My nail shop opened for a minute and then they closed it up again. So Deborah Price. It's called Color Street. So you can take a look at it if you want. You can contact her at debbieprice54@yahoo.com. And then another one from Wanda Webster and Christopher Mack. Hold on. Wanda Webster wrote me a nice letter. The Journey Within. How to create the dynamic of recovery to transform your habits and become your authentic self. I'll tell you, I became my authentic self the minute I had that awakening. It was not a pretty picture, but I'm very happy to be here. So how are you guys? You go okay? Don't forget, I still got my bye, Dawn. I love this mask. Anyway. Okay, and also I want to tell y'all I finished Mary Trump's book. Highly recommend it. I had it on audio too, so this will go to my sister. She doesn't have any pictures. Sometimes I buy the book because I want to see the pictures, but she didn't put no pictures. It's a good book. She's a smart woman. I really, the way she can stand outside of herself and look at the whole picture. The fact that she's not raving lunatic mad is beyond me. What a It actually makes you look at Trump a little bit differently. I also figured something else out. For a while, I totally blocked Donald Trump, but for a while there, I'd answer him back. I'd be so mad. And then you know how you get a lot of Twitter people that love him, okay, libtard and all that. And then I noticed all of a sudden I stopped getting anything. Like if I said something, no one else would answer me. And I realized something, you guys. You know what he's doing? He's not blocking you. He's muting you. So if he mutes you, nobody else can see what's going on. That's what I think. So, okay. Now, anyway, soon. So, guess who came to me? Guess who I got a visit from? Abraham Lincoln. Now, Abraham Lincoln has taken another body, okay? And the reason he even came to me, I was trying to look at his wife because I'd never picked her up before. And I tried to take a quick look-see at her. She's in body in this lifetime. I don't know who she is, but she's in body in this lifetime. So that came, but he was almost like, blurred. Like I could see him, he's already had another life, okay? So he showed me himself as the president of the United States, but he came back as a woman, by the way. But there was like this offset, like you're trying to tune in the old black and white TVs, and it's got that snow look to it. That's what I got. He was very, very calm. And it's like I see him. I go to look for Mary, and they're saying she's not here. She's on the earth plane. Then I can see him, and I'm like, oh, Mr. President. Yoo-hoo, Mr. President. Hey, Abe. We're on a first-name basis. And he said to me, this is as clear as day. I couldn't wait to share it with you guys. He said, it is done. Tell your viewers, he said viewers, it is done, Linda. And I said, okay. So by done, you mean this guy is out of the picture? And he said, yes. There's nothing else that needs to happen at this point. This man is going. We can get paperwork from I guess the court said no to Congress to try to get what they needed from Trump. They were trying to get things better, redid their paperwork just like they said and went back, and they're not rushing it because they're, he's already in trouble with SDNY. But even that, there's more stuff coming out about him, but the president, the 16th president of the United States, told me as clear as day, it is done. He is done. It doesn't matter what else comes out. While he's out of office, though, they will sue him, or he's getting some sort of, I see subpoenas. He would not be able to run again in 2024, no matter what people are saying. And he will not be able to stay because it's going to be horrible. Well, not horrible for us, of course. Well, I'll be chit-chatting with y'all. But anyway, so yeah, he said to me as clear as day, Linda, it is done. So I got it from the horse's mouth from another president who's over there. And what a ride, huh? We've learned a lot from this. I can tell you that. What a ride. And then a lot of people were asking about someone that I don't know. And I thought I wrote his name down. Doggone it. I can't find it. I'll have to do it in my next video. It's somebody that used to have some sort of, not video. But he's somebody a lot of people liked. A lot of people asked questions. Don't forget Sterling tomorrow, Sunday. And I'm doing a live video again tomorrow for my members. Now, listen. I do the live video because I can't do live with 34.4 thousand YouTube subscribers. I can't do it. I couldn't be able to read the thing. So I try to offset this thing. In fact, there's a way I can make sure I don't get any more than I already have. But I try to offset it so I can personally be able to, answer questions. So I'm sorry. A lot of people were like upset. Oh my God, are you going to charge for Sterling? No, I'm not charging for Sterling. And Sterling, as of this point, isn't going to do his own YouTube video. But we have such a good time on Sundays, and so he's cool right now. Okay, so I just want to tell you guys that. And I'm going to do another video, don't forget, so I'll be answering questions. But I thought I'd take a look-see real quick, because the person that I saw was Fred Trump, not the father. You know that big cave in his face? Mary Trump's book explains that. He had a tumor removed. He had a tumor removed. So remember, it was like weird looking. You thought, what happened? No, he had a tumor removed. So, it was an interesting book. I got to tell you, it was a ride. It was definitely a ride. So, what I want to ask is Fred Trump, who's the son, the one that died when he was 43 years old, who loves his daughter very much, and his son, and his grandchildren. Yes, I am here. Yeah, he was good looking, you guys. He forgives his brother. Sorry, he totally forgives. He comes in peace. I am not with my parents, okay? Energetically, they have more to go through before they could join him, because his energy level is beautiful. He's flying. He loves to fly, so he's flying. That's weird. I just saw him like an overseer of plane crashes. Like he comes in and helps those who are transferring out of body from a plane crash. That's weird. I just saw it. And you know who I saw standing next to him is John Denver. And he died in a plane crash. But that's weird. I just saw John Denver. They all come in. It's really weird, you guys. I get these flashes. So, Fred, is there anything you want to tell us? He says he apologizes. He's apologizing and he destroyed himself. He couldn't handle the pressure. He had agreed to come in this life with those parents, and he could not handle the pressure. The father was really worse than my dad. Just kind of an angry, he's worse. If you can believe this, he's even worse. Almost as worse as Donald. Donald is bad, and Donald is really cruel. Donald enjoys being an idiot. He can be manipulated. Fred Trump could not be manipulated. Okay, thank you. Well, so the brother said that the parents actually destroyed Donald Trump. The father just kept pouring money into him, so they were rich as little children. And so he did not. Even the mother, Mary, didn't like Donald very much. She was glad when he went to military school. But anyway, so Fred, go ahead. Sorry, there's animals around him. He's like playing with these animals. He's very proud of his daughter, bringing everything out in the open. And all the siblings. I mean, basically, she put out the dirty laundry, you guys, and nobody wants to look at it. But it's you understand exactly who Donald Trump is. We're looking for those aha moments in there, like, oh my God, he was a racist. It's beyond that. It is the story of how this corruption took place, and it's pretty ugly. They've been trying to help him from the other side. Like Donald even thinks, gee, Dad, you'd be proud of me. But the Fred Trump, the father, is like, dear God, someone save him from himself. He's destroying the father doesn't want him to struggle like he is. The father came through in a very low energy form, very low. So he's vibrational. He's maybe at a 3, if that. Even the mother. Okay. There's no honor. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this father Trump was just a horrible man. He just very ugly. He decided that Fred Trump Jr. was going to be this. And when he didn't go with the flow of what he said, he was ruined. And Fred Trump, okay, this is what I'm getting. Fred Trump is telling me that the only reason he can sort of breathe a sigh of relief or he knows everything's okay is because he can see the future. You know, while we were all, think about this, we have been in fight or flight now for years. Fight or flight. So what happened was when all this stuff started taking place, it was as prophesized. So yeah, he was supposed to be president of the United States. I know that sounds crazy, but because of him, it exploded. Literally, I see Washington, D.C. like boom. So it made for a new beginning. Because there's even Democrats that are going to be like cut off. Like, we don't play anymore with behind the scenes finagling. They're going to change the time, like no more 6 years. I see that being changed. I think it'll be 4 years, Senate and Congress. He just is going to keep falling. That's what he's telling us. And he's telling me to tell everybody to, just be careful. Economically, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's not over yet. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of sadness going on right now. And a lot of people are there to help you. So all you do is be quiet and they will be with you. Something to do with airplanes. He's around airplanes. But he really, really is proud of his children. He really, really is glad that Mary decided to go ahead. You know, because Mary was kind of like, the media is not any good. She didn't really say that, but that's what I'm feeling. So it's good. Okay, so somebody else wanted, and on this particular video, I'm going to dedicate some time. I know Fred. Fred just wants us to know he was really sick before he died. And I think she said that in the book too. So his transferring over was very slow because he was like in mud, you know. His family, actually, his mother or father, he was staying at their house. They let him die. They let him die. They weren't like, somebody better do something for him. It's like, yeah. And also in the book, Mary talks about how her father was in the hospital and Don went to the movies with somebody. And then they finally got the call he was dead. And it's just like a nothing burger. These people were cold as ice. But they're saying Fred did this to himself, which is true. Fred did do this to himself. But now he has a clear vision. He has a clear view. And let me tell you something. That mother and father are weeping for seeing the reality of what they did. Weeping. There's another girl over there. I don't know. There's another girl over there. I don't know who she belongs to. Maybe Fred had a child with somebody else. But I'm seeing a little girl, actually. Okay, so now let's talk about what happens when you die. I've been getting that, and I talk about it every once in a while. It's all about vibration. It depends on your vibratory level when you pass over. Like, I brought this up before, George Harrison. George Harrison practiced and knew that we were all connected and energetically forgave himself, forgave others, and vibrationally grew. So what's happened is when he died, he was a pretty high level. He still was human. You're never going to quite cross over as a 7, unless, of course, Jesus did. But, you know, vibrationally, you can go over in higher levels. So his wife said when he died, there was like this flash of light. I've seen that flash of light. I've seen that in hospitals and hospice care, where some really good people have come through. I could see that their energy was taken straight up. I just got a flash, you guys, not a psychic flash. Regis Philbin died today. Just FYI. And I won't be able to talk to him until he's been over there for a little bit. Okay, so tell me what I can tell everybody. What happens when you die to my guides who are so cool? You know, I can't actually see them. I can hear them, but I can't see them. And by the way, big time ringing of the ears yesterday. So we're getting ready for another quake somewhere. And I feel it's near me, and I'm in Northern California. I was even feeling like I better go get cash out of the bank to put away just in cases. So, okay, so go ahead. Some people just can't accept if it's not like the holy roller kind of thing, you know, like the pearly gates and all that. It's literally stepping into it's painless. You're almost glad it's over with, but it's like those who have been real sick though have to take a while to rejuvenate. Some people pop out and they're like bouncing, like, yeah, oh my God, it's beautiful here. Some people have to sleep for a while. And remember I told you guys there's like this, it looked like a long hallway or like a hospital where you're in a bed and people are around you and you're trying to kind of wake up or understand what's going on. And you think you're in a hospital because I could see the wall. There's a wall down in front of you, okay, with a window. And it's beautiful outside in the window. But you're laying there and then you realize, oh, wait a second. Mom's here. So-and-so's here. Wait a second. You guys are dead. Am I dead? And as you start realizing you are dead, then all these things sort of disappear. Even the wall disappears. And you can walk forth into this beautiful, majestic, the colors. People who have died, they talk about it. That gone over and come back, they say, oh my God, it was absolutely beautiful. But be careful what you think, because that which is like unto itself is drawn. Because I've known people, I thought, oh my God, there was this one friend I had who I thought, oh, she's just so nice. She's really nice. But later I realized she was always sizing everything up. You know, she was always telling you exactly what somebody wore. You know what I'm saying? And as we criticize people, or as we think we're better than, we ding ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and it's hard to not be like that because my family was based on, you know, judgers. When we judge others, we hurt ourselves. So like this one that likes to talk about how ugly women are. I mean, he's going down. He really thinks he's good looking too. Okay, so enough about him. So anyway, what happens is when we cross over, and some of you may already know this, we do have our deceased family come through. Remember that neurologist that died who didn't believe in life after death? And then he had met this beautiful woman, he was adopted when he was young. And he found out later that was his twin sister who he'd never met. That was her. He described her exactly. So people who are part of you are around you. Families are around. Like when I read people, I usually get lots of families. And people will say, well, yeah, but I barely knew him. Well, it doesn't matter. They see the light opening up. They want to say, hey. So that's what I see as far as what happens in death. Everybody has a soul, even the bad ones. Some people's soul can be corroded. You know what I'm saying? But life is for the living. Okay, thank you. Remember that show, Steel Magnolias, and when the character played by Julia Roberts said to her mother, I'd rather have 30 minutes of wonderfuls than a lifetime of nothing specials. Think about that. Think about your life right now and think about how you live it. And understand that we are but a breath away if you need us to help you heal yourself and to create more well-being. Because as we get stuck in this madness and this sadness, guess what? We create more of the same. So no, even when they come up like Trump is doing this or Trump is doing that, I always get comfort from my guys that say, what time is it? He's going pretty soon. And I always get comforted. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. You know, we don't have much longer. And he's going to lose by such a landslide, you guys. He'll act up a little bit, but he's going to go down. He is so disliked. Okay, so you guys have a lot of questions, and I'm going to start another video. This one was just for Abraham Lincoln, Fred Trump, and just to tell you a little bit of what it's like when you cross over. And you know, when I deal with those who are dying, I can see a lot of times exactly what they're telling me to tell them. But a lot of people, if you die suddenly, you might go in that hospital. But a lot of people who have died slowly already have adjusted and know what they should have done in their life. And maybe even if they can't say it out loud, they're wishing goodness for everybody else. And they're sorry for what they've done. Believe it or not, that happens. My father did not believe. When my grandmother died, he came home, his eyes were beet red. I adored her. And he said, she's dead, that's it. Nothing can be done. So I don't want to see no crying. Like, really? But his eyes were beet red, so you could tell he'd been sobbing. But then when he was dying, he was interested in knowing. He didn't really ask me, but apparently the pastor that goes into the VA hospital came over to me and told me that he had actually asked, so what is this life after death? So they're curious, they want to know. Even those who act like, you know, if you think you're in charge, and yeah, you are in charge, actually. I shouldn't say that. If you think that you're subject to whatever's supposed to come around, there are some things that are supposed to happen to you in this lifetime, like this Trump thing. We didn't realize this was going to happen, but how we adjust to it, how we manage in our own selves to become whole, even in the madness, that's the true consciousness of well-being. That's being truly in a body form, been able to create well-being. That which is likened to itself is drawn. You are what you think. So if you got too much chaos going on, take a big breath, step back, ask them, okay, so help me to take a look at what exactly I'm doing. Okay, and God bless you, Regis Philman. May your soul rest in peace. Cheers.